Everybody, welcome back to TekWarfare, episode 71 with me, Sid, and I believe I promised you all a boat. And potentially this is the last episode, by the way, depending on when we get the boat finished or not. Yeah, so the boat design I have is in mind is a sloop. It is from the dock side here. Let me just get up, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need some more. And then a 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the width of the boat. It's probably going to obviously be one further out, actually, because we will have a gap between the dock and the hoofer, and the depth from the water line is 6, and now this is only 4, so we do need to get in here and go deeper, I'm afraid. This is just not going to hack it. So first thing we're going to need to do is clear quite a large area of this baseline. Now I have got, I'm trying to remember what I have got in this pack. You know when you're sat there and you can't remember the various tools you have because you're playing different packs. In some things you have hammers, and in some things you have excavators, and in this thing of course we have got an excavator, so that will make life distinctly easier. So yeah, I'm going to basically sculpt a whole load of this out of existence, and I'll be back with you in a short while. All right, we made a big hole. It is now deep enough. That is the lowest block of the ship. So what we now need to do is work out exactly how I'm going to put this hull in, and also probably if I can just get, can I get up there? No, maybe just a little bit. What do you reckon? Yeah, maybe just figure this out. So we know that this dock from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. However, I believe my ship is about 50. Let me go and just double check. This is not an entirely original build. It's going to be based off a vanilla build, and it's what was the actual name of it? I can't think. I'll get that for you. I think it's the Eastern Sloop or Eastern Pirate Sloop or something like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take the vanilla build and we're going to try and use some of the features from Modded to make it look, well, better. For want of a better word. I shall be back in a moment. Alright, so I've got a rough gauge for where I want this to be, how I want this is going to be the back. Now, under normal circumstances, obviously you would want a pilot. Hello. A pilot, a harbour master ship. You know, pilot's boat working on this thing. However, right, I would like to do, right, I probably need a, well, I've got a crafting bench on me again. Good grief. There we go. Right, pop that down. God, what's the matter with this bard now? Oh, God almighty. Where? You're right next to the food, and you are taking damage, you moron. Come on. Oh, let's go. Not Eat, you moron. Unbelievable. You know, I really will not miss your stupid faces. Man, they are so dumb. So yeah, we've got one of the thing I find hardest with any of these kind of builds is getting the hull in. Now, I've done quite a few ships over the years before I started YouTube, and I got quite good at them. And one of the tricks is getting. Oh, we need to use. What do I need to turn you into those thingies. Somewhere about here we got. That's it. Right, so I need some of those. 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's just do some of those, and those will become slabs. Slabs for a reason, but in the original design they were something different. So you know, obviously. Right, let me grab this thing. So we are going to be coming. Let me just check this out a second. I need to drop down a level on the schematic. So we're going to be coming 3 in from the end here. 1, 2, 3. So it's here, and that's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how deep this is. But this is going to be, if I can just get rid of that one, this is going to be those. Now, yeah, we got this ugly thing, we haven't got waterlogged, and that's the thing, but we're going to have a bunch of those, and that is going to be, let me have a look, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28. So 1, 2, I didn't have enough. That's 20, only 24. If I get exactly 28, then I know I'll put the right amount in. Dark oak wood. Do I not have any more of that dark oak timber? Does not look like I do. So let me just get another batch of those. That will take me to 28. Less 2 is 26. I think that's right. So yeah, this I'm going to try and get the hull in. What I like to do is very much like the normal builds, where we start off fairly simple, and that should, all things being equal, I think be one shy of that. It is excellent. Right, I am going to continue our building. I'll be back in a moment. All right, I've been building a bit. I've just gone and freed this moron up, starving to death, and she's come for a sit bloody down. Good grief. I mean, she literally walked through a field of potatoes to do this. Now she's just merely injured and very, very hungry. Incredible. What? And you had food in your inventory. You are absolutely moronic. Right. All I'm trying to do is build a hull. I mean, that's not asking for much, is it? We're getting there steadily. You know, you can start to see the shape of the thing appearing on the. Ignore the dirt blocks there for support, but the water, the bit underwater is going, and then I'll drain the bit in the middle once I've done that, and start with the interior. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well, it's another day. That is another day for me. I left this after a certain amount of building and took it so far. I believe something has already spawned inside the hull, but this is the hull. It's kind of there. We need to obviously continue building upwards. I do need to go and get some more materials. It's asking for red and white wool on the schematic. There's also a little bit projecting out here which would have the cannons. because we've got ancient warfare, we're not going to make cannons in Minecraft. We are going to make cannons. Oh, hello. Alright, what we got? Who we got down here then? Oh, we got a Mr. Creeper, which we definitely don't want. And a Skellylob, which we need to think. So, this space down here in the schematic, well, want a better phrase, makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, it's null space. There's nothing down here. So I think once we've got the actual base ship built, and again, remember I am working from a schematic. I make no apologies for this. This is a you know, a functioning build, and I want to get something done beforehand, but then we're going to actually tweak the build to ensure, oh, hello, let's have that done and that done. I don't want anything spawning down here really. That should be good. Now on the top, of course, we've also got spawnable area, but that's fine because this is going to get built up further. However, I do need to go and get red wool and white wool. Probably could do with getting a few other bits and pieces of wood as well, because we're running a bit low on dark oak and spruce, so we'll take those across and grab some more of that while we're at it. Now we're very lucky because we have an absolute mass of wool, and we're going to need a lot because it's a boat, and boats require sails, and of course in Minecraft sails are made out of wool. That's just how it goes. However, instead of making a big blocky set of sails, we can actually do something a little bit more fancy when we get to the things. But yeah, I'm happy enough with it so far. Don't judge. It's not finished by a long shot. So let's get this thing put down, get it together, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, just a very quick update. We've got the structuring. I am working on the sails. 2 points. First thing, yes, I realise that it makes no sense that a ship that is completely at the harbour here would be going out under full sail. It would probably go down to half sail or quarter sail or be towed out or whatever. It makes no sense whatsoever, but who cares? This is Minecraft. I'm not trying for physics, I'm not trying for reality. And I put the mast in to give you an idea of how tall this is. One of the things I often find people make, big mistake I make when people are building ships, is they underestimate how tall the masts are in relation to the ship. The mast is massive. If you ever get a chance to go on an actual old styly sailing ship and have a look at the mast, you're going to be like, whoa, that's big. This material here needs to change. I don't like it. I don't mind it here, and we can do something with this. I don't particularly mind it there, but I do, and I don't mind it on the edges. I just don't like it as a deck. So that's going to change. I have got the cabin space down here. I need to do something with this. That could probably actually just do that and that, and that'll blend right in. I have also stripped all the logs down here, so that's another thing. Around the back here, because it made no sense for this, there's huge space wasted back here, and this space back here, all wasted, no entrances. So what I'm going to do is I will basically, I'm going to build into this, probably drop this floor down, go down a few levels and make this like the captain or crew quarters. Don't know exactly. But at the moment I'm just throwing up the sails, and it's a layer by layer approach using the schematic editor that I've got. Once we've got this all in and the various things and stuff, then we can start playing around with the modded materials and seeing what we can do to just make this above and beyond what is, in my opinion, already a nice build. You know, it's a nice vanilla ship, but I'm sure we can do something a little bit more with it. So that's the plan. I'm going to keep on with these sails. It's slow going and there's a lot of levitation involved, but yeah, I'll be back in a short while. Okay, apart from a few blocks kicking around down there, we are largely done. I've half drained my wand of power. That's how much kind of flying and levitating I've had to do to get this to work. It's a big one. It's not the biggest ship I've ever built. That would have been the Black Pig, which I built years ago in vanilla in survival. But this is largely the structure that was on the schematic that I started from. So we've got a large, but the rigging is always awkward in boats, and there's a little bit of me that I want to just try the iron gratings from mods, but that might be just not enough. It might, you know, you can play around with, what the hell are they all doing over there? You can play around with all this lot as much as you like, but it doesn't always play nicely. So the rigging we could definitely play with. We obviously do need to get lighting around here. We need to look at doing this. I say this I'm not happy with. We need to work this cabin out and all of these kind of things. A lot of modded decoration, and I mean, I could chisel the sails. I'm not going to, because quite frankly I'm now, I don't know, 5 hours into this build, and that's obviously, I'm not building it, I'm just taking somebody else's build and tweaking it a little bit. So yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't have this, for example. They didn't have a lot of the bits and pieces. I've got some torches, lanterns, bits and pieces like that going on. We are going to need to illuminate these, and that's going to be chisels and bits and glowstone, of course. So there's lots of work to be done. I suppose the first thing will be, let's go hit some DecoCraft and see what we can find out of that lot, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've got some toys, I've got some things to play with. That actually does look quite, to me anyway, it looks quite good, or is it just as it is in that position? As I say, we do need to get some lighting done. We probably need to take that crafting bench on board with us, because we're going to do, we've got quite a few bits and pieces here. We've obviously got some of these barrels we'll need to integrate, but let's just pop that down, and we'll pop, in fact, let's just stick you in there. It doesn't really matter. However, we've got several bits and pieces. For starters, the first thing and most important thing that we need, that is not covered in things, we need a ship's helm. You know, that's so much better than doing levers and weirdness on these things. In terms of defences, now there are ancient warfare cannons. The downside to the ancient warfare cannon, if we have a look at the cannon, we can make fixed cannons and they sit there and they don't move and everything's good and wonderful. The issue to these is they do, I don't know whether they do that thing where they get text above them, and you'd have multiples of those. So it occurred to me that we might be better. Right, I'm going to leave, which one do I want to keep? This one. So we might be better actually having our cannon in DecoCraft style-y. Now on this, I'm going to do both sides. I think with just the 3 cannons, because I think any more than that is getting a little bit excessive. But that's fine. I mean, we could have put 8 in, but you know, that's more than enough. And then we can obviously give these some ammunition, and that will look, I think, pretty nice. You know, we don't need to this stuff we can have stashed around the deck a little bit as well. Right, we've got quite a lot of things. I've got the big anchor and I've got the anchor, and I'm not sure which one will work better, so I brought both because, you know, so the big anchor is possibly a little large. Is the little anchor a little? Yeah, that's all right actually. I don't mind that. Let's pop you there. Again, it's just detail. There's nothing fancy. And I could really go to town with this kind of stuff. You know, this is bread and butter kind of thing. So how far down did I put you? I stuck you. Okay, there we go. That's fine. I think we can manage that then from here. There. Anchors on either side. Anchors away. We'll put the big anchors away because we don't really need those. So this iron lattice, let me just have a look and see if I were to take out this and I'm just going to take out this section here for starters. Do we think that will look better than the the fences? Because bearing in mind we've still got disconnected stuff, and this on its own just makes a dot, which is less than. I think the fence is probably the better option here. You know, oops. Much as I would love to have it with it otherwise, I do have to think. I missed a fence somewhere. Where did that fence go? Doesn't matter, I've got a spare one, I'm sure. Let's have a look. Yep. So yeah, it was a nice idea. I think given the amount of effort it's going to take, we'll stick with those. So what we need to do, I need to do something about this. That is fairly simple, I think. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I think we're just going to replace all of this with dark oak plank, like that. It just looks better. Yeah, dark oak for the win. I can't do. Oh, I can get the vertical planks for that one, but that's fine. Dark oak and thinking about that. Let me just. I've got the dark oak timber, haven't I? So if I were to do a few of those and then do that, that will give me. Okay. Well, let's start off with a few of those, and then we'll get a few of those, and these straight away out. Bye bye. They're nasty, they're unpleasant, and they don't work here in this context. I wish we didn't have this blurry line here as well, but you know, this is what we're stuck with. Right, that gives us a nicer feel, and then this lot here can be replaced. Same at the other end. I'll get that done and I shall be right back with you. Alright, and with that, I think we have got a spawn-proof boat with additional decorations that were not on it originally. Woo! This looks better than that thing. I could probably do something around here. For example, we could. We've still got enough of those, so this could have that around it. You know, that kind of works. In terms of decoration, though, not a huge amount. We've got the ship's wheel. Down here we've got the crew quarters. There's not many crew. There's more, obviously a ship this size would have more than 2 crew, but you know, that's what I'm putting in there. A little bit the BR Dave in a ship in a bottle and his treasure map. X marks the spot there. This is slabs, which makes it life a little bit awkward, but if we come down into the hold, we've got the cargo all loaded up and ready to go, and obviously we are setting sail. The sails are up and we are about to set off from the port here out into the great unknown, armed to the teeth, and yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it kind of works. You know, it does the job. It kind of finishes off what for me has been a very enjoyable season. I mean, we've had a lot of fun as a server. We've built a lot. Don't know what happened there. Ranging from the castle walls. I mean, this has not been a trivial build. There's been a lot of hours gone into this. I'm just looking at the time when I started this recording session. The time spent playing this particular mod pack has been 23 days, 14 hours and 37 minutes. So, and that's before it was ever a server. After it was a server, that's just in single player. So yeah, a lot of hours gone into this. I hesitate to use the word a lot of work. I'm never a fan of saying a lot of work has gone into something that is essentially a hobby. You know, it's something we do for fun. So, you know, work shouldn't enter the equation. You know, we've got these massive castle walls. The detailing, this has taken ages, but it's not work because I've got this world and I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. Are there things I could do better? Yes, of course. And undoubtedly I'll look back on this season in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 and look back at the things that have changed and how I've changed as a builder in every single pack. But you know, we have hidden the lighting. This is all illuminated, and yet apart from the obvious lighting that we want to see, all of the other lighting is hidden. The farms out here, the water sources are hidden. There's no obvious hydration sources in there. It's just the fun of coming up and making and populating a world. Now there are. I shouldn't leave that there. That doesn't belong there. It should be worth noting that TekWarfare, the mod, has been brilliant. It's buggy. The villagers are stupid as stupid pudding. You know, they are absolutely moronic in their ability to get themselves into trouble. They will get themselves stuck here and they're like, I can't do. Now, that's not Tango's fault. That's not the mod maker or any of the mod's fault. It's the fact that they don't recognise certain things. So, you know, what they're taking the shortest route, which just happens to take them over blocks. Now, one of the problems we have is if those blocks, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, pardon me. The problem we have is if they hit something like this, they don't recognise that. That's not in their lexicon of understanding. They just get stuck on it. They get stuck on DecoCraft stuff in this exactly the same way the ancient warfare guys did. But they've given the village some life. You know, it is a living village. The magic has been great. Everything has been, you know, just an absolute joy to play. And you know, I would love to do some more work on the boat, but you know, it's time to move on. Time to move on to pastures new. Now, I do want to do another city town building pack at some point, but I'm not going to start that today or on the next thing. That's going to come later. I've started playing around with mine colonies. I'm going to get a nice little screenshot of you. Those cannons look good. So I think the next season I'm going to do is going to be a skyblock in this, and I have an idea in mind. You will obviously find out next week what that is, but until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. This build, this series, this server, this pack has been an absolute pleasure to play and building and working, and I have to say I think this is one of my best builds to date. Not the best, not always. You know, it's always difficult. They're subjective, and you know, but and the boat could be better. It could be more moderate. It could have more elements to it. But right now, I'm happy with that. We've completed the map, and you know, as the sun goes down, we should be able to, you know, just soar around and have a look at this thing. And yeah, I mean, that I like that. That just caps it off nicely. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. And until the next season, the next series, the next thing, I will see you soon. And bye for now.